A very warm welcome to Colorado Springs. An absolutely gorgeous day here. 12 degrees outside, and in old money that's 54 degrees Fahrenheit. Wonderful scenes, beautiful setting, one of the best places in the world, I can tell you. We're a mile above sea level, but it is spectacular scenery. That's the situation outside, but this is where we are today. The Broadmoor World Arena. Over 5 World Championships. This is the 4th time the 4 Continents Championships has taken place here. 3 times Colorado Springs has hosted Junior Worlds and 3 times Skate America. There, the new World Arena opened back in 1998. 8,000-seater stadium. A real spectacle, standing loud and proud just outside the city of Colorado Springs. So here we are, the final day of competition and the last event. The ice dancers back in action, and we've got the free dance. 12 teams participating here. They're split into 3 groups. There'll be a resurface after the first 4 teams, and then we get into the battle of the medals. And the situation as we go into the free dance is that Madison Chock and Evan Bates for the USA are in first place. They lead with 87.67 points. Remember, they are 2-time 4 Continents champions and currently bronze medalists in the World Championships. But hot on their heels, the Canadian team who won the NHK Trophy this year, Laurence Fournier-Boudry and Nicolas Sorensen for Canada. And there's another Canadian team, the team that finished 2nd in Canadian Nationals. They're in 3rd place, Marjorie Ledois and Zachary Lager. So all that coming up in about an hour and a half or so. Ice conditions here have been incredible. Big congratulations to the ice crew. The crowd have been very vocal, a little sparse it has to be said, but goodness me, have they contributed to a magnificent atmosphere. So that's it. The 4 Continents Figure Skating Championships for 2023 final event, the free dance, and that's the starting order. The first 6 there. So there'll be a resurfaced after Holly Harris and Jason Chan, who are 4th to go, and then the final group. Chock and Bates right at the end. So they go in reverse order to how they finished on the rhythm dance. Saw a few falls in the rhythm dance, which is unusual. They're the panel of judges, led by Janet Cotton. Judges from all across the world. And the technical panel there as well, the controller and the 2 technical specialists. So people slowly coming into the arena, filling up the seats. And we're just about ready to go. There they are, the first 4 teams ready to come out onto the ice. We've got 2 teams from Australia, a team from New Zealand, and 1 team from Kazakhstan. Yeah, you can sense the tension in the corridor there, can't you? These guys just want to get out onto the ice, and it won't be long. We're just about ready for the introductions of the first 4 teams. I think they're ready. You ready?
Please welcome.
I am. Here we go.
The first group of warm-up skaters to the ice.
Guards off.
From Kazakhstan, Gauhar Doroseva, and Bison Gordetiev. From Australia, India Niti and Aaron Westwood. From New Zealand, Charlotte Lafont-Fournier and Richard Kangenkam. And from Australia, Holly Harris and Jason Chan. Skaters, you now may begin your 5-minute warm-up.
So that's the order for the first group here in the free dance, the final event at this Four Continents Championships for 2023. And what a marvelous 4 days we've had of competition. This promises to be much of the same. If you're a skating fan, I hope you can stay with me and the rest of the team here for the next couple of hours or so. So the first team to go, representing Kazakhstan. She's 22 years of age, he's 24. Do a lot of their training in Moscow. This is Gorka Narizova and Boyzanga Datiev. Team that competed in the World Championships last year when they finished in 31st place. They've never competed at the Four Continents, so it's a big step up for them. And they've never competed in a Senior Grand Prix either. Best results for them this season in Dortmund when they finished in 5th place, and they were 5th in Istanbul as well. Pretty smooth out there. Nice deep edges getting into the ice. 1 foot sequence. Yeah, good unison. Don't seem to be too nervous, do they? It's good to see. So second to go, lying in 11th place, the 24-year-old from Adelaide, India Nete, and the 25-year-old from Great Britain, born in London, Aaron Westwood. And these two do a lot of their training in the UK, coached by Karen Quinn and Alan Abretti. Competing at the Four Continents for the second time. 10th they were 12 months ago. Runners-up in the Open in Andorra. Had a pretty busy season. Started off with the Britannia Cup in Sheffield when they finished in 6th place. So they'll be followed by the national champions of New Zealand, 21-year-old Charlotte Lafont-Fournier and 26-year-old Richard Kangenkam. These two were 9th last year in the Four Continents Championships. Go into this lying in 10th place. Be great if they can pull up 1 place. And another team that's been pretty busy this season. Best result for them was a 4th place finish in the Santa Claus Cup in Budapest. That was just at the end of last year. They went to the Golden Spin after that, and they finished in 10th place. And here a team that a little disappointed with how things went in the rhythm dance. Holly Harris and Jason Chan for Australia. Holly said it was a bittersweet performance. Everything was so good except for that one moment where they had the fall. And there were a few falls, it has to be said, in the rhythm dance. Let's hope the teams can stay on their feet here. These two finished in 8th last year in these championships. They go into this lying in 9th place. They're the winners of the Santa Claus Cup. And a couple that finished 7th in the Golden Spin in Zagreb. That was their last event prior to coming here for the Four Continents. Had a really good showing in Skate America, these two. They got personal best scores in every section of the competition and finished in 5th place in the first Grand Prix of the season. So that's it. We're in the closing stages of this 5-minute warm-up. And they're ready to go. Again, not too many people in the arena. It was always going to be a difficult one to sell, wasn't it? And, the Super Bowl going on today. Warm up over. Time to get to business.
Representing Kazakhstan, please welcome Gorhan Durusova and Besanbor Naktin.
So first to go in the free dance here in these 4 continents figure skating championships in Colorado Springs. The final event here, the free dance. This is Guka Naritsova and Boyzungar Daitev from Kazakhstan, lying in 12th place. Oh, what a big moment for this team.
From Kazakhstan, Gohar Naroseva and Vincent Gordakchev.
Yeah, first time competing in the four continents for them. They did compete in the World Championships, didn't make it into the free there. So you can see they were struggling towards the end, definitely really feeling the altitude here. Some of the top teams have had the advantage of being able to come here for a while before the event, just to get acclimatized. But it was a real push, as he's a little bit dazed. But I've got to say, I was pretty impressed with them. They started off so well. They're not the speed across the ice that we're going to see from some of the other teams. Those synchronized sequential twizzles at the beginning, they got level 4s for. And then moving on, some really good deep edge work. There's those twizzles. See the timing between them, not too bad. Got through it unscathed, and if you did watch the rhythm dance, you'll have seen that some high caliber teams really struggling. That was super, wasn't it? Here's that lovely deep knee bend, lovely rocker, good change of edge into that counter. The bracket, getting all the turns in there, and it's straight into the twizzle. Display of versatility and great range of movement. Work on the choreography a little bit more and get the program more difficult. Of course, the transitions and the intricacies of the program they can really work on as they improve. But all in all, they can be very, very proud of what they've done. Their season's best score is 88.65. Got that in the Dennis 10 Memorial Challenge. Finished in 7th place there, so 70.62. Yeah, they get a 1 point deduction. That's for an extended lift. I can see the technical panel were going to review that. So just holding the lift a little bit too long.
From Australia, please welcome India Nati and Aaron Westwood.
So here a team that train in London, in the UK. They go into this lying in 11th place. We wish them all the best. They were impressive in the rhythm dance. 24-year-old India Nete and 25-year-old Erin Westwood representing Australia. Oh, she did well on that first set. Didn't really have a weight over the skate. Back on course there. And he's struggling in the last one. Well, certainly a couple of uncomfortable moments there.
From Australia, ladies and gentlemen, India Nati and Aaron Westwood.
Just wonder if the nerves got the better of them. Aaron just looked as though he didn't really get into the ice, didn't get those knees working. And that can feel horrible when you feel like you're skating on top of the ice rather than really getting into it. But they made it through. A couple of deductions in there. They've got a time violation and
better. Yeah.
an extra element. So there's Alan, who greets them at the door, said it was a little bit better. And he knows exactly what they've got to work on to improve and get up the rankings. Remember, they were 10th in these championships last year. There you can see she just lost her balance on that first set, but did well to keep it going. And then if we stay with them, they're okay on the second one. That tricky left back outside twizzle, nice and quick. And then on this one, he struggles. See, whoa, he's rocking backwards and forwards on the skate. Just catching the toe and then to the heel. Got to try and stay in the middle of the skate if you possibly can on the twizzles. Keep it flat and fast. It's a good presentation. Good unison between them. Not an easy piece of music to skate to, that's for sure. Never thought I'd hear Meat Loaf at the ISU Championships. And you can see, even when we're looking at the slow-mos here, some of the transitions between the elements are just a little bit awkward. And that's something they can really work on and try and get it all seamless. So remember, these two lying in 11th place, they need 68.58 to go into the lead. That would be their allotted slot. And if they achieve that, that will be a season's best for them. Their personal best is 76.65, which they got at the Golden Spin about 12 months ago. So a long wait. Technical panel reviewed 4 of the elements. Scores still jostling around a little bit. In fact, one of the deductions has disappeared now, so we're just down to the time violation. So it's only a 1-point deduction, which is going to help them. Looks like we're there now. So 68.58 or more to go into the lead. And there it is. It's a season's best, 71.87. Not as good as their personal best, obviously, but they are in their allotted slot.
From New Zealand, a warm welcome now for Charlotte Lafont-Fournier and Richard Kangenkamp.
So the standard goes up by some way here. This team lying in 10th place, but about 8 points ahead of the Australians representing New Zealand. This is Charlotte Lafont-Fournier and Richard Kangenkamp. Straight away you can see there's an air of sophistication about this. Just gorgeous, seamless sequence. I love that. Well, this team, I've got to say, have improved so much since 12 months ago.
From New Zealand, Charlotte Lefortier and Richard Kagan now.
Isn't that fabulous? Of course, these two training in Canada, in Montreal, with Patrice and Marie France and the team there. He's been working with Guillaume Cizeron. Perhaps the influence of that has made a difference. Charlotte here, born in Quebec City in Canada. Richard, born in Christchurch in New Zealand. And here very much representing New Zealand. Alison Noble greeting them at the door. And she should be thrilled with that. It was a silky smooth start. So smooth with the footwork throughout the lift there. The transitions from one move to another, really good. We were a little bit out of sync on the first set of sequential twizzles, but got it back. So tricky right forward outside one, catches some of them out. Level 4s for the twizzles, so that's good news for them. A lovely personality shooting out across the ice, and a super chemistry between them as well. So their season's best, it's a personal best score as well, 93.73. Not quite that here, but enough to put them into first place, 90.41. So the champions of New Zealand out in front with one to go in this opening group.
From Australia, please welcome now Holly Harris and Jason Chan.
Well, they said the rhythm dance was a bittersweet experience. All good, except for that one fall on the twizzles. Let's hope they can put that behind them now. This is Holly Harris and Jason Chan for Australia. Difference a day makes. Much, much better. But you could almost sense the relief at the end of that performance. A 100% better than what they achieved in the rhythm dance. That's what we're used to seeing from Holly and Jason.
From Australia, Holly Harris and Jason Chan.
I really enjoyed that. So much speed across the ice, and it was evident right from the off. Another team training in Montreal. Roman greeting them at the door, and he looks pleased with how things went. And to be honest, I don't think they could have skated that program much better. They seem to leave it all out there on the ice. Amazing drama right from the beginning. You can see how much they're putting into it. Here's those twizzles, the speed across the ice, just phenomenal. And the unison between them, very, very good indeed. Their weight perfectly in the center of the skate through those, and both of them getting level 4s on that. And that's so good as well. Rotating lift into the static, and 4s for both parts of that as well. Technical panel just taking a look at the spin, and that's getting a 3. So looking down, everything's getting a positive grade of execution, and that's what you want. Always think it's super when a couple have had a bit of a rocky skate, they won't mind me saying that, on the rhythm dance, and then come out and really nail it in the free, and that's what these two have done. Oh, 101.98. That's fabulous. First time they've been over 100. So they've got to be pleased with that. So they go shooting into the lead with that 162, about 8 points below what they've had before, but that was all lost in the rhythm dance. So Holly Harris and Jason Chan lead at the end of the first group. There's confirmation of how it looks. We've got another 8 teams to go. But that really was a fabulous salvage job from the Australians. So ice resurface coming up now, and we will be back for the warm-up of group number 2 at just before 2:20 local time. So in about 15 minutes. So don't go anywhere. Top dancers, the top ranked teams, can Madison Chock and Evan Bates stay out in front? They've got the Canadians, Lawrence Fournier-Boudry and Nicolas Sorensen hot on their heels. Remember, they beat them in the NHK Trophy, so it's going to be a battle royal, that's for sure. All that coming up in around 15 minutes. See you in a moment. So welcome back. Join us just in the nick of time. We're ready to get underway with group number 2 here in the free dance. 4 teams ready to go. And these teams lying from 5th to 8th place after the rhythm dance. Daisuke and Kana just getting the knees going in the background. We've just got a shot of that. Maybe second to go.
Please welcome the skaters of the second warm-up group.
So out for the introductions now, defending champions, last onto the ice.
From Canada, Marie-Jo Loriot and Roman Lugak. From Japan, Kana Muramoto and Daisuke Takahashi. From Japan, Misato Kumatabara and Tim Coletto. From the United States of America, Caroline Green and Michael Parsons. Competitors, you have 5 minutes for your warm-up.
Well, there they go, the teams in this penultimate group. And that's how they will go. And things really hotting up here. We had a great performance to end group number 1 with Holly Harris and Jason Chan, who are leading. Season's best score for them, so that's super to see. So first up it'll be Mary Jade Lorion and Roman Lugak for Canada, bronze medalist in nationals this year. Team that competed in Skate America and Skate Canada, the first 2 Grand Prix of the series. They were bronze medalists in Skate America, 5th place in Skate Canada. But this really is a super number, and he really does get into the character. He makes a very good Inspector Clouseau, that's for sure. Their music, of course, the Pink Panther. If you haven't seen it before, it's a lot of fun. Second to go. Love these two. Just a little mistake in the rhythm dance, and it's such a shame. She went down and she said, I don't know what happened because I've never make that mistake. So disappointment. Kana Muramoto and the incomparable Daisuke Takahashi. He's 36 years of age now. You'd never know though. Just wonderful to watch. These two, of course, runners-up last year. And they go into this line in 7th place because of that mistake in the rhythm dance. Finished in 6th in the NHK Trophy this year, but won the Dennis 10 Memorial Challenge in Almaty. They'll be followed by the husband and wife team of Misato Komatsubara and Tim Coletto from Japan. These two spent 18 months training here, preparing for the Olympic Winter Games, where they finished in 22nd place. So it's great to be back here. A familiar setting, they love it here. And they're making the most of it, that's for sure. Lying in 6th place. This is the 4th time they've competed at 4 continents. Their best result was back in 2019 when they finished in 9th place. And last to go, the defending champions, Caroline Green and Michael Parsons. She's 19, he's 27, and they had an uncharacteristic fall in the rhythm dance. He just caught his toes. I didn't know quite what happened. But down he went, and they have to take it on the chin, pay the price for it. They're lying in 5th place. It's going to be a real battle for them now. They're about 10 points behind the podium, so unlikely that they're going to get a medal here. But you know they'll go for it. They will be last to skate in the group. They look pretty sharp out there. bronze medalists in the NHK Trophy this year. Finished 4th in Skate America. So we've got just over a minute to go. Yeah, they're looking good. So quick shot of all the teams over this final minute as they just settle down and feel the ice, soak up the atmosphere. So Caroline and Michael looking good, looking composed. There's the team that's going to lead us off in this group. Mary Jade and Roman. Kana getting down into the ice, getting those knees working, getting the ankles working. Tim looking relaxed too.
Competitors, this warm-up has concluded. Please.
So there we go. It's been a pretty solid warm-up for all the teams.
From Canada, please welcome Marie-Jo Loriot and Roman Legac.
So to get us underway, it's the team that were 6th last year in the Four Continents Championships. They go into this lying in 8th place. Bronze medalists at Canadian Nationals this year, Mary Jade Loriot and Roman Legac. It's the Pink Panther. Wasn't that a lot of fun? I tell you, it's not easy to stay in character all the way through that free dance, and they did it so well. Obviously, so many technical elements.
From Canada, Marie-Jo Loriot and Roman Lega.
Yeah, you sense watching this that they really enjoy performing that free dance. It's certainly a masterpiece, that's for sure. A whole host of people responsible for the choreography there. Marie-France, Debray, Roman, Samuels, Chouinard. Just brilliant. And right from the off, they got into the character, didn't they? Love the facial expressions. And again, beautiful speed across the ice. Transitions were glorious, and they made it all look so easy, but I can tell you, there were some mighty tricky elements in there. There's the twizzles that let them down in the rhythm dance. It's so much better today. Yeah, and it's good to see them come out with that sort of confidence on the element that they had a bit of a problem with 24 hours ago. And there's a real illustration of the transitions between the elements, how good they are. How difficult the elements are as well. So they've had a season's best of 1:14.48. Got that in Skate Canada, where they finished in 5th place, and they had to do a bit of a recovery job. 189.07 is their season's best and personal best score as well. I'm not going to get close to that because of the mistakes in the rhythm dance, but it's a 109.32. That's not too bad. They go into their allotted slot, they're in the lead, they put the pressure on the skaters that are to come, and there the total score 171.35, and they are almost 10 points ahead.
Please welcome from Japan, Kana Muramoto and Daisuke Takahashi.
So this is another team that had a bit of a struggle in the rhythm dance. She had a fall, and she said it's on an element that never goes wrong in practice. Let's hope for a clean skate here for Kana Muramoto and Daisuke Takahashi of Japan. Just an incredible balance point on the lift. hanging on there. Oh no! Oh dear. Just a beautiful program, and you can see he's completely out of sorts at the end of that.
From Japan, Kana Muramoto and Daisuke Takahashi.
Yeah, he looks completely dazed, doesn't he? Oh, what a shame. Oh, that's lovely to see the support there from Kana. Well, we know it's tough out there, and I can tell you there's a lot of the athletes that are not very well. All aspects of figure skating come down to attention to detail, particularly in ice dance, I think. And this was just a classic example of that. From the costume, the look, into the rhythm of the routine. Wasn't this sensational? The speed across the ice in that first set. Sequential twists. To that right forward outside one, you could see he was just off balance there, a little bit off kilter, but kept it going. Super position in the spin, and a wonderful line. You can see his weight just too far back. There was nothing he could do. Tried his best to stay over the skate. And then there you can see all over the place on the rotational lift. And I think at that point his legs are completely gone. Yeah, it was a tough skate. A long 4 minutes for Kana and Daisuke. But even with the force, I loved it. So it's 95.65. That's way below their personal best. And third place it is on the free, and that'll have them third place overall. So they are going to drop. Remember these two silver medalists 12 months ago.
From Japan, would you please welcome Misato Komatsubara and Tim Coletto.
So the husband and wife team up next, lying in 6th place, representing Japan. They were runners-up in Japanese nationals this year. Misato Komatsubara and Tim Coletto. Just a little bit out of sync on that first set. Beautiful deep edges. There from Tim. Well, some really good interpretation there to a difficult bit of music. And you can see what it means. There's so many hours spent on the training rink. And then I've worked on sections of the program over and over again. And when it comes off, it's a great feeling.
From Japan, Misato Kumatamata and Tim Coletto.
So just that one tricky moment there from Tim. But on the whole, I think they can be pretty proud of that performance. Getting threes for the sequential twizzles. Just, the technical panel just reviewing the spin. In real time, they got a 4 for it. I think they were okay with that. A wonderful display of edge work throughout the program as well. I think you can see that they've really worked on their basic skating skills, and they've got so much better. A team that's finished 19th in the World Championships a couple of years ago, 22nd in the Olympic Winter Games. But looking so much stronger. Runners-up in Japanese nationals to Kana and Daisuke. Tables turned here. Just that little glimmer of a murmur from Tim on that right forward outside twizzle, but he gets through it. Yeah, the dance spin stays at a level 4. That's good to see, good for them. No deductions. So they need 104.64 to go into the lead, which would be a personal best for them. 27, well no, that would be, yeah, it would be a personal best. 104.07 is their personal best. 97.65, their season's best that they got at the NHK Trophy. That's Mary Jade, L'Oreal and Roman Lagac for Canada, leading at the moment with their Pink Panther routine. So I'm not sure they've done enough. No, 98.99. It's third on the night, and that will have them in second place, I think, overall. Third on the free. Second overall. Yes, there it is. So still the Canadians out in front. We've got one more team in this penultimate group.
Representing the United States of America, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Caroline Green and Michael Parsons.
Well, they're a real class act, these two. Runners-up in nationals this year. They were champions last year, but they go into this lying in 5th place. Caroline Green and Michael Parsons. Rhapsody in Blue. Just brilliant. They have missed a beat in the first half of this free dance. Quite brilliant.
From the United States of America, Caroline Green and Michael Parsons.
Well, very much a classic free dance there. But it was performed so well. I don't think they missed a beat. The highs and lows, every nuance in the music was interpreted perfectly. And there he is, Charlie White, greeting him at the door. And he's responsible in part for putting that program together. Charlie Tanith and Greg Zurlian, the choreographers for this team. And it was a masterpiece, wasn't it? Technically, I thought it was superb. Look at the quality, so much attention to detail. The extension, when the leg came in there, you can see perfectly matching. Every single position they got themselves into was a photo opportunity. Oh, I love that. That's as good as I've seen them skate, to be honest with you. That is going to go shooting into the lead. There's no doubt about that. Could it be a personal best or a season's best for them? They got 1:18.06 in Skate Canada this season, but they finished in 14th place. Every single element, looking down, has got a positive grade of execution from the judging panel. And I'd go along with that, hands down. This, the exit from this, you've got to get that spot on. So difficult. Just beautiful from start to finish. Well, he had a fall, didn't he, in the rhythm dance, and that's why they're down in the penultimate group in 5th place. And really with an uphill battle to get on the podium. Gave it their best shot. They're going to lead but by how much? 1:16.89. It's close to a season's best. It is first place for them. They'd love to have got a little bit more, to put a little bit more pressure on the teams that are to follow. But it's going to be 5th place at worst for Caroline and Michael. So that's how they stand going into the final groups. We've got 4 more teams to go. And this is where the real battle for the medal starts.
Please welcome the skaters of the 3rd warm-up group.
There they are. And there are the leaders.
From the United States of America, Christina Carrera and Anthony Ponomarenko. From Canada, Marjorie Lajoie and Zachary Lagarde. From Laurence Fournier-Baudry and Nikolai Sorensen. And from the United States of America, Madison Chalk and Evan Bates. Competitors, your 5-minute warm-up has begun.
So the challenge is on. That's how they go. Madison Chalk, Evan Bates, last to skate, leading after the rhythm dance. They skated that impeccably. And still, the Canadian team that beat them at the NHK Trophy are hot on their heels. It's going to be fascinating, this one. Let's look at the skaters in order of how they'll go. First up, it'll be the American team who finished in 3rd place at the National Championships this year. They're both 22 years of age. Christina Carrera and Anthony Ponomarenko. These 2 bronze medalists at these championships last year as well. And a pretty good season so far. And look really, really good in the rhythm dance. Let's see how they look here. Could they possibly get themselves on the podium? Remember, they'll go into this lying in 4th place. 2.5 points behind these 2. So runners-up in Canadian Nationals this year. She's 22, he's 23. This is Marjorie Lajoie and Zachary Lagarde from Canada. A couple that competed in 4 continents back in 2020, where they finished in 5th place. They've twice competed at the World Championships. Their best result was last year, where they were knocking on the door of a top 10 place, finished in 11th. Bronze medalists in both Skate Canada and in the MK John Wilson Trophy in Sheffield this season. Started off so well with a win on the Andrei Nepela Memorial and the Budapest Trophy. Whoop, a little tight there. Not much space out there. So they're in 3rd place going into this. Ahead of them, their teammates, the team that was so good in both the NHK Trophy and, to be honest with you, had a really good rhythm dance. They want to keep that momentum going if they possibly can. The Canadian team of Laurence Fournier-Baudry and Nikolaj Sorensen. She's 30, he's 33 years of age. This is the 2nd time they've competed at the 4 Continents Championships. Finished in 6th place back in 2019. A couple that have got into the top 10 at World Championships. 8th in 2021, 9th last year. But they really are on the up and up, that's for sure. And then last to go, the leaders, the 2-time 4 Continents champions, world bronze medalists, and national champions, Madison Chalk and Evan Bates. They look great, don't they? That would do very nicely. Well, it's been a good season so far for them. They've won Skate America, runners-up in the NHK, but of course that was behind Lawrence and Nicolaj, and then runners-up at the Grand Prix final. So we've got just over a minute to go in the warm-up. Atmosphere building, a lot of support, as you can imagine, for Madison and Evan. So a lot at stake there. Could they possibly win this title for a third time? They're going to do everything they can to make sure they don't. It's going to be a real battle, this one. 45 seconds to go. Just to recap, Christina Carrera, Anthony Ponomarenko for the USA, first to go. Then the first of the two Canadian teams, Marjorie Lajoie and Zachary Lager. They'll be skating second, followed by their teammates, Laurence Fournier-Boudret and Nicolaj Sorensen. And the leaders, the two-time champions, Madison Chock and Evan Bates, last to go. She looks completely unflustered, as does he. So the warm-up over now. Top 4 teams left to go. Chaotic as they make their way off the ice there. Not much room.
Representing the United States of America, please welcome now Christina Carrera and Anthony Ponomarenko.
So they go into this lying in 4th place, bronze medalists at the national championships this year. Here's skating to the Backbone soundtrack. Christina Carrera and Anthony Ponomarenko for the USA. So much control out of that. to get to the balance point there, but he got there. A beautiful program, there's no doubt about that, and a difficult piece of music to skate to.
From the United States of America, Christina Carrera and Anthony Ponomarenko.
Yes, to do some of those transitions through those long notes requires so much core strength to create that resistance, to be able to keep in time with the music. It's not easy, but they did it so well. A physically demanding program, and it's good to see Madison Hubble greeting them at the door. I think she's pleased with that. These two working with Scott Moyer, Madison here. Adrian Dias is in the team as well, and Patrice Lezon. It's a program put together by Marie-France Dubray and Madison and Adrian. So they've got a really good team that they're working with, a young team. And it really seems to be paying off. There you can see that slow dismount. So much control required for that. Wonderful unison through the twizzles. Judges giving them level 4, both of them on that. And again, looking down every single element throughout the program, getting the thumbs up from the judges. The GOEs are great. They're going to go shooting into the lead. They need 109.92. Going to do that easily. They'd love to get a season's best if they possibly could. It would be a personal best if they can beat it. 114.77 is the best score they've ever got. If they could get up around there, perhaps that could give them a chance of getting on the podium. What are they, 2.5 points behind the Canadians, who are just ahead of them. It needs to be a good score here.
The scores, please. Christina Carrera and Anthony Ponomarenko from the United
So
States of
112.81. Scores going up and down all over the place. It is second place for them on the free, but it's enough to put them into the lead, 189.78. So they lead with 3 to go. Don't think that's going to be enough to get them on the podium, but it's in America 1-2 at the moment.
Representing Canada, let's welcome Marjorie Lajoie and Zachary Lagarde.
So, lying in third place, runners-up at Canadian Nationals. This is 22-year-old Marjorie Lajoie and 23-year-old Zachary Lagarde. silk through that. Wasn't that gorgeous? A really beautiful program there by the Canadian team, and this is their last competition of the season.
From Canada, Marjorie Lajoie and Zachary Lagarde.
Well, it's super that it came off so well. Fantastic interpretation. Love the speed across the ice from these two and the way they really kept in sync with the music. Some beautiful interpretation, but even though these two finished second at Canadian Nationals this year, they didn't get the nod for the team for Worlds. There's 2 places for Canada in the ice dance, and it's Lawrence and Nicolaj who are next to skate here, and Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier, of course, who will be the 2 teams that go to Saitama in Japan at the end of March to represent Canada. But it was beautiful, so many highlights. And again, we've talked about attention to detail, and it was there for everyone to see from these two. Just beautiful. No hesitation into the twizzles. Perhaps not quite as fast across the ice as some of them, but the speed with which they were rotating and that little rise and fall in that second set fantastic. He throws her around like she weighs nothing, doesn't he? Lift, just amazing. Be great if they could get a personal best score, or certainly a season's best score to end the season. They're going to go shooting in the lead. They only need 110. They're going to do that easily. Their personal best is 120.31. Got that in the Budapest Trophy this season where they won. And I've got to say, I haven't seen these two much better than this. So, where will they have him? It's going to be first, but by how much? Could it be a season's best? 120.96, yes it is. It's the best score they've had. He's just trying to get confirming there, but it is a season's best score for them. And 200, that's always a great marker. They've got 202.4 before, but never in an ISU championship. So they lead, and they will get a medal.
From Canada, please welcome now Laurence Fournier-Gautry and Nikolai Sorensen.
So lying in second place, hot on the heels of the Americans. Remember, they beat them in the NHK Trophy. This is Laurence Fournier-Gautry and Nikolai Sorensen for Canada. Well, they nailed it, didn't they?
From Canada, Laurence Fournier-Baudry and Nikolai Sorensen.
These two, they've never been on the podium at an ISU championship event. That is going to change here for sure. Yeah, they have had a dream season so far, and they've put the pressure on the Americans who are to follow. Remember, we've got one team to go, the leaders so far. Could that be enough to unnerve the Americans? That, of course, was the game plan. It was a silver medal finish for these two in Angers in France. They won the NHK. Didn't do so well in the Grand Prix finals, it has to be said, but they finished down. But this was top draw stuff. This was Laurence and Nicolas at their very, very best. When they're at the top of their game, they are a force to be reckoned with, that's for sure. And that's why Skate Canada have given them the nod for the World Championships at the end of March. But the choice of music really required them to be as sharp as mustard, and they were. And throughout that program, they gave a display of their versatility as well. As the mood of the music changed, they changed with it. She just has fantastic charisma, doesn't she? Wonderful body movement, amazing expression. And he does a brilliant job of selling her. Not that she needs much selling, that's for sure. That was a lot of fun, really well done.
Everybody at home, love you so much, Mom and Dad, and Nick.
So their best score this season, 124.75. I would think that's going to be in jeopardy here because it was a great performance. There's no doubt about that. That's a season's best, a personal best, and they got that at the NHK Trophy when they beat Chock and Bates. That's a huge score, 127.80. That is massive. They have thrown down the gauntlet. The pressure is on now. We really do have a competition on our hands. A job well done. Laurence Fournier-Baudry and Nikolaj Sorensen leading with 1 to go.
From the United States of America, please welcome now Madison Chock and Evan Bates.
Bidding for their third four-continents title here. The bronze medalists in the World Championships. The 3 national champions, Madison Chock and Evan Bates. Just amazing. Just to put it into perspective, they cannot make a mistake in this free. They need close to a personal best to win. Wasn't that phenomenal? Goodness me. Well, they were outstanding in the rhythm dance. They got a season's best there. They came into this free dance knowing they cannot make a mistake.
States of America, Madison Chung and Evan Bates.
Well, they coped with the pressure so well, didn't they? Just amazing. I don't think I've seen them skate any better than that. To me, that looked flawless. Just unbelievable. Such a difficult choice of music. Absolutely phenomenal. Well, all around the stadium, people on their feet. And rightly so. Yeah, a masterpiece that was. Well, there's the leaders at the moment. But not for long. They gave it their best shot. They put the pressure on these two. Well, the concept of the program is wind and fire. And they portrayed it magnificently. Well, we talked about good transitions, and we've seen some throughout the competition today, but none better than this. I think without doubt Madison is one of the most accomplished ice dancers that I've ever seen. Her skating skills are phenomenal. And Evan right at the top of his game as well. The quality of the turns, the depth of the knee, the way they use their ankle, the weight's always in the right place over the skate. Love this as a twist. The exit of that lift was magnificent. Well, I tell you, this could be a huge score. They need 126.42 to go into the lead. They need a big score here. 126.45 is their season's best. They got that in the Grand Prix final, skated really, really well there. But for me, this was a notch above that. 130.63 is their personal best score. They got that in the Olympic Winter Games where they won the bronze medal. Could they beat that here? Wow! 133.14. That is a huge score. Well, the look on Evan's face says it all. Just phenomenal. Well, they must have had their confidence rocked when they got beaten at the NHK Trophy by Lawrence and Nicolaj. And what do? You go back, scratch your heads, work harder, and you come out and compete here at the Four Continents Championships and produce two season-best performances back-to-back. And that's the end result. Madison Chock, Evan Bates, champions for the third time. Laurence Fournier-Boudre and Nicolaj Sorensen for Canada, a great challenge, but they get the silver medal. And Marjorie Lajoie and Zachary Lager for Canada, the bronze. That's the situation further down. What an amazing conclusion to our final event here in Colorado Springs. Phew. Hope you enjoyed that. Well, we've got the medal ceremony coming up now. You've got to wait and stay with us. We're going to hear from the winners. It'll be fantastic to hear what they've got to say. They're going to be pleased as punch, aren't they? I can see them down in the kiss and cry just getting ready. They're just trying to comprehend what just happened there. Their total score of 220.81. They beat their personal best score by nearly 4 points, very, very nearly 4 points. Just a phenomenal performance. But when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Loved it. So you can see there the carpet being rolled out in preparation for the awards ceremony. And down the other end of the rink, which you can't see in the kiss and cry, our winners are getting ready to have a chat with Ben Augusto. What a way to end the championships here in the Broadmoor World Arena. This a mecca of figure skating. The Colorado, the history of skating here is phenomenal. Played host to so many major championships. But this has been a fantastic 4 days, no doubt about that.
Ladies
So a
and
chance
gentlemen,
now to
would
go
you
down
please
and hear
direct
from the
your
winners,
attention
Madison Chalk and
to the
Evan
kiss
Bates. And
cry
there they are with
area
Ben.
for our winners interview, hosted by the 2006 Olympic ice dance silver medalist and Colorado Springs resident, Ben Augusto.
Wow, wow, wow. Madison and Evan, congratulations. That was spectacular. You had me hypnotized the whole time. Can you tell us a little bit about what this season has felt like up until this point?
Well, thank you, Ben. The season has been unexpected. It's unfolded in so many different ways that have been so fun for us. I feel like we've evolved more in this season than we have ever before, and so that's been a really fun process for us.
Yeah, give them a hand. It's been incredible to watch. And I know, obviously, the altitude is really challenging. So how did you prepare for that? Because obviously, you made it look pretty easy, I have to say. I'm jealous. But what was your preparation like?
Well, we trained a lot for skating. I didn't train to do an interview afterwards, so it's kind of hard to talk right now. But we put in a lot of work in December after the Grand Prix final, leading into U.S. Championships, knowing that this event, there'd be a little less oxygen in the building and we would need to be at our most fit. And so thanks to our coaching staff and thanks to our training mates, many of whom competed here tonight, excuse me, we all trained very hard, and we're especially proud of the free dance we just put out there.
It was amazing. Your lifts are always some of my favorites of anyone. And can you just tell us really briefly what it's like to develop these cool lifts?
Well, we actually switched some of these lifts around, so this is a new combination lift, and luckily for us, we've been around long enough to have a bag of tricks, essentially, that we can dive into and pick some of our favorite moves and adapt them to the new program. So mix and match, if you will. But Maddie is so fun to skate with, obviously. She's so talented and such an incredible performer. And doing some of these lifts are some of my favorite parts of the program.
Well, ours too. Thank you so much. Congratulations. We'll be cheering for you at the World Championships. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 Four Continents champions, Madison Chalk and Evan Bates.
Absolutely super. Wonderful to hear from them, and so humble down there in the kiss and cry. Thank you for that, Ben. So we'll look back at the medalists now, and in third place, Marjorie Lejoie and Zachary Lager. This their final performance of the season. And what a season they've had, runners-up in Canadian Nationals. Second place here, they pushed the Americans right to the limits. Lawrence Fournier-Boudre and Nicolas Sorensen for Canada. They haven't competed in four continents for 4 years. The last time they were here, they were in 6th place, but they've had a fantastic season. Second in France, winners in Japan, 6th place in the Grand Prix finals, and runners-up here. wonderful concept to the program. But the afternoon, without a doubt, belonged to Madison Chock and Evan Bates, who right the way through this championships have been at the top of their game. Always amazing to watch, but 2 season's best scores for them. And it can't get much better than that. After the rhythm dance, she said it's good to be skating in competition like we do in practice. And that was clear to see today, wasn't it? Weren't they brilliant?
ISU Four Continents Figure Skating Championships 2023 Victory Ceremony. Third and winner of the bronze medal from Canada, Marjorie Lajoie and Zachary Lagarde.
So here they are. Fantastic achievement for them. They've been on the podium at an ISU Championships before. In fact, they were the Junior World Champions back in 2019. But as seniors, this is the first time for them on the podium at the Championships. Very well done, Marjorie Lajoie and Zachary Lagarde for Canada.
Second and winner of the silver medal from Canada, Laurence Fournier-Baudry and Nikolai Sorensen.
Well, they've had a fabulous season so far, and it's not over yet for these two. The best result in their career so far. A silver medal here at the Four Continents for Laurence Fournier-Baudry and Nikolai Sorensen for Canada. They'll be going to the World Championships along with Piper and Paul.
First and Four Continents Ice Dance Champions for 2023 from the United States of America, Madison Chock and Evan Bates.
Well, they're always good. But over the last 2 days, these two have been at the top of their game. Flawless. Personal best in both the rhythm and the free. Just incredible. Madison Chock and Evan Bates, for the 3rd time, Four Continents champions. Fabulous.
Please welcome the ISU representative, Jorge Ellick. he will award the medals.
So medals awarded now. Really proud moment for these two. Good to see he's got a sense of humor. And there they are, the gold medal for the third time for Madison and Evan.
Please welcome Chief Executive Officer of U.S. Figure Skating, Tracy Merrick.
So Tracy Merrick there
She will award
to present
the
the
flowers.
flowers to the athletes. And so now time for the anthem
Ladies and gentlemen,
for the winners.
please rise for the national anthem of the winner. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your medalists.
Well, there they are, the medalists here in the ice dance event, the final event here in Colorado Springs at this Four Continents Figure Skating Championships. Sigh of relief for Team USA, their first gold medal of these championships. They got a silver in the pairs event with Emily Chan and Spencer Kirahau. But medals have been a little scarce for the Americans. There's going to be a real celebration here now, that's for sure. What a fitting way to end the competition here in the Broadmoor World Arena. So as the photographers click away and the fans wait to congratulate the three teams, time for us to take our leave. I hope you've had as much fun following these championships as I have, and many of the skaters that you've seen will be heading off and preparing for the World Championships in Saitama in Japan at the end of March. So we've got one more event here, the Ice Gala. That's coming up around 6:30 local time today. All the medalists participating there and a whole lot more. It's always great fun. Hope you can join me for that. But for now, from myself, Chris Howarth, I hope you've had fun. It's been a real blast, and I hope you can join me for the gala. See you later. Bye for now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes competition events here at the Four Continents Figure Skating Championships 2023. But please stay with us as the exhibitions are set to begin here at approximately 6:30 p.m. We'll see you then.